You wake up. You reach for your phone. You scroll through messages. You check the news. You allow the world to pour into your mind before you have even planted a single seed of purpose in your own consciousness. And you wonder why your day feels like it belongs to someone else. Listen to me carefully. The first 15 minutes after you open your eyes are not neutral. They are not meaningless. They are the foundation upon which your entire day will be built. They are the garden in which every thought, every emotion, every action of the next 16 hours will grow. Most people surrender this sacred time without even knowing it. They give it away to notifications, to other people's urgencies, to news designed to trigger fear, to entertainment designed to numb. And then they spend the rest of their day wondering why they feel powerless, why they feel reactive, why they feel like life is happening to them instead of through them. You are not most people. Or at least, you have decided not to be. That is why you are here. Understand this: your morning determines your destiny. Not in some mystical sense, but in the most practical way imaginable. What you speak to yourself in those first waking moments programs your subconscious mind. It sets the frequency at which you will vibrate throughout the day. It determines whether you will move through your hours as a creator or as a victim. The words you say to yourself matter. They matter more than you have been taught to believe. They are not just sounds. They are instructions. They are commands given directly to the most powerful force you possess, your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind does not judge. It does not argue. It simply accepts what you tell it and begins to make it real. So what have you been telling it? What phrases have you been planting in the soil of your consciousness each morning? For most people, the answer is nothing deliberate. Or worse, something destructive. Complaints. Worries. Doubts. Regrets about yesterday. Anxieties about tomorrow. And the subconscious mind, faithful servant that it is, takes these poisonous seeds and grows them into a poisonous day. This ends now. From today forward, you will speak with intention. You will choose your words as carefully as a general chooses his strategy before battle. Because that is exactly what you are doing, preparing for battle. Not against others, but against mediocrity. Against drift. Against the gravitational pull of average. The 7 phrases I am about to give you are not affirmations in the weak sense that word has come to mean. They are not empty words you repeat while secretly disbelieving them. They are declarations of truth. They are statements of principle. They are the verbal architecture of a powerful day and, ultimately, a powerful life. Before we go further, I want you to do something. If this message is reaching you, if these words are resonating in your chest and not just bouncing off your ears, leave a comment right now telling me where in the world you are watching from. And subscribe to this channel. Not because I need your subscription, but because you need the reminder that you have made a decision. You have decided to take control. Let that simple action be the first brick in the foundation of your new morning ritual. Now, let us begin. There is a law that governs all human achievement. It is not written in any book of legislation. It is not taught in most schools. But it is as reliable as gravity, and it operates with the same indifference to whether you believe in it or not. The law is this: you become what you repeatedly tell yourself you are. Your outer world is a perfect reflection of your inner world. Your circumstances are the physical manifestation of your dominant thoughts. Your income, your relationships, your health, your peace of mind, none of these are accidents. They are results. And results always have causes. The cause is always internal before it becomes external. This is not philosophy. This is mechanism. Your conscious mind thinks a thought. That thought, when repeated, impresses itself upon your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, which controls your habits, your perceptions, your automatic behaviors, your very vibration, then goes to work to make that thought a reality in the physical world. It does this whether the thought is positive or negative. whether the thought serves you or destroys you. The subconscious mind has no moral compass. It has no preference. It is pure power, and it flows in whatever direction your conscious mind points it. Most people point it toward destruction without ever realizing it. They wake up and their first thought is, "I'm tired." Not a neutral observation, but a declaration. An instruction. And the subconscious mind hears this and says, "Understood. We are tired. I will now ensure that every cell in the body operates at a low energy frequency. I will make movement feel difficult. I will make focus feel impossible. You have commanded it, and I obey." Or they look in the mirror and think, "I look old." Or, "I'm not attractive." Or, "I'll never lose this weight." Instructions. All of them. Or they think about their work and say, "I hate my job." Or, "I'll never make enough money." Or, "Success is for other people." More instructions. And the faithful subconscious mind takes each one and begins the process of manifestation. It filters reality to show you evidence that confirms these beliefs. It creates habits that align with these identities. It generates emotions that match these expectations. You do not see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. And who you are is determined by what you have told yourself you are. This is why the morning is so critical. The moments after waking are when your conscious mind is most impressionable. Your brainwave state is transitioning from sleep to full alertness. In this window, your subconscious mind is unusually receptive to suggestion. What you plant in those moments takes root more quickly and more deeply than at any other time of day. The world's most successful people have always understood this, even if they did not use these exact words to describe it. They understood that power begins with ritual. That mastery begins with routine. That greatness is not an event but a daily practice. And at the heart of that practice is the deliberate use of language to shape consciousness. You must understand something that society has worked very hard to make you forget: you are not a passive recipient of life. You are an active creator of it. The circumstances you find yourself in today are not happening to you. They are happening through you, from you. You are the cause, not the effect. You are the author, not the character. You are the programmer, not the program. But you have been taught the opposite. You have been taught to look outside yourself for the source of your problems. The economy. Your parents. Your boss. Your lack of education. Your age. Your circumstances. And yes, external factors exist. I am not denying reality. But I am telling you that your relationship to those factors, your response to those factors, your ability to transcend or transform those factors, all of this is determined by your internal state. And your internal state is determined by your habitual thoughts. And your habitual thoughts are shaped by the words you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. This is the leverage point. This is where power is born. When you wake tomorrow morning, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to more of the same. The same doubts, the same limitations, the same frustrations. This is the path of least resistance. It is the path most people take because it requires no effort, no awareness, no decision. The other path leads to transformation. But it requires something from you. It requires that you take ownership. That you speak with intention. That you command your own mind instead of allowing it to be commanded by circumstance, by emotion, by habit. The 7 phrases I will give you are the tools you need to walk this second path. But before I give them to you, you must accept the responsibility that comes with them. You must accept that if you speak these phrases and your life does not change, it is not because the phrases do not work. It is because you did not believe them. Or you did not persist. Or you spoke them with your mouth while contradicting them with your behavior. Words alone are not magic. But words combined with belief, with emotion, with consistency, with aligned action, this combination is the most powerful force in human experience. Your life will not change because you read this script. Your life will change because you apply it. Because you make the decision that from this day forward, you will no longer be a passive victim of your own mind. You will be the master of it. Do you accept this? If you do not, stop watching now. Go back to your scrolling, your distractions, your comfortable dissatisfaction. But if you do accept it, if you feel something rising in your chest as you read these words, if some part of you knows that you were meant for more than the life you have been living, then pay close attention to what comes next. Because everything is about to change. The principle is simple. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask and the statements you make to yourself. Poor questions create poor lives. Why does this always happen to me? Why can't I ever get ahead? What's wrong with me? These questions presuppose failure. They assume victimhood. And your mind, always obedient, provides answers that confirm the premise. Poor statements create poor realities. I'm just not a morning person. I'm bad with money. I'm too old to change. These statements are not truths. They are decisions. And decisions can be unmade. Rich questions create rich lives. What can I learn from this? How can I use this? What is the opportunity here? These questions presuppose power. They assume agency. And your mind provides answers that open doors. Rich statements create rich realities. I am becoming stronger every day. I am capable of learning anything I commit to learning. My best years are ahead of me. These statements may not feel true yet. But if you speak them with consistency and emotion, they will become true. Because your subconscious mind will move heaven and earth to close the gap between who you say you are and who you actually are. This is the big idea. Your words are the bridge between your current reality and your desired reality. You do not speak words to describe yourself. You speak words to create yourself. The 7 phrases you will say each morning are the blueprint. They are the design specifications you are giving to the architect of your life, which is your own subconscious mind. Most people build their lives by accident, with random thoughts, borrowed beliefs, and unconscious patterns. You will build yours by design, with deliberate words, chosen beliefs, and conscious rituals. This is the difference between the successful and the struggling. Not talent. Not luck. Not even effort. But direction. Clarity. Intentionality. And it all begins with what you say to yourself when the day is new and your mind is fresh. Now I must confront you with something uncomfortable. If your life is not what you want it to be, you are the reason. Not entirely, perhaps. Not in every detail. But in the most important sense, in the sense that matters for your future, you are the primary cause of your results. I know you do not want to hear this. I know it feels harsh. But it is also the most liberating truth you will ever encounter. Because if you are the cause, then you are also the solution. If your words and thoughts have created your current reality, then new words and new thoughts can create a new reality. But first, you must stop lying to yourself. You must stop pretending that you are powerless. You must stop blaming circumstances. You must stop waiting for permission, for perfect conditions, for someone else to change so that you can finally begin. Let me show you the mental and behavioral mistakes that are keeping you locked in mediocrity. Mistake number 1, you speak carelessly. You do not guard your words. You complain freely. You criticize yourself openly. You joke about your limitations as if repetition makes them less true, when in fact repetition makes them more true, more embedded, more permanent. You say things like, I'm so stupid. I always mess things up. I can't remember anything. I'm terrible at this. And you think these are just throwaway comments, harmless expressions of momentary frustration. But they are not harmless. They are instructions. And your subconscious mind is always listening, always obeying. Every time you speak a negative statement about yourself, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with that identity. You make it more likely that you will think that thought again. You make it easier for that belief to dominate your self-concept. You build a prison, one sentence at a time. Mistake number 2, you repeat other people's doubts. Someone once told you that you were not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough. And instead of rejecting that statement, you adopted it. You made it your own. You have been repeating it internally for years, maybe decades. You do not even remember where it came from. But it lives in you. It whispers to you when you consider trying something new. It holds you back when opportunity presents itself. It keeps you small, keeps you safe, keeps you stuck. Understand this. Just because someone spoke a lie about you does not mean you must continue speaking it. You have the power to reject inherited beliefs. You have the authority to overwrite old programming. But you will never do this accidentally. You must do it deliberately, with conscious effort, with consistent new input. Mistake number 3, you consume poison in the morning. You wake up and immediately expose yourself to negativity. The news, designed to provoke fear and outrage. Social media, designed to trigger comparison and inadequacy. Messages from people who need something from you before you have given anything to yourself. You fill your mind with chaos before you have established order. You allow external voices to set your emotional tone before you have set your own. And then you wonder why your day feels reactive, scattered, anxious. The morning is sacred. The first thoughts, the first words, the first inputs, these determine everything. If you give this time away, you give away your power. If you protect this time, you protect your future. Mistake number 4, you wait to feel motivated before you act. You think, I'll say positive things to myself when I feel better. I'll speak with confidence when I have more success. I'll declare abundance when I have more money. This is backward. This is why you are stuck. You do not wait for feelings. You create feelings. You do not wait for circumstances to improve. You improve circumstances by first improving your internal state. And you improve your internal state by speaking truth before it is manifest, by declaring victory before the battle is won, by claiming the identity you seek before you have earned it. This is not delusion. This is creation. This is how everything that has ever been built was first built, in the mind, with words, with vision, with faith. Mistake number 5, you say the words but do not feel the words. You think repetition alone is enough. You think you can speak powerful phrases while internally rolling your eyes at them. You think your subconscious mind can be tricked with hollow syllables. It cannot. Emotion is the activating force. Words without emotion are seeds without water. They will not grow. If you speak a phrase like, I am confident, while feeling doubtful, the doubt wins. If you declare, I am abundant, while feeling desperate, the desperation wins. You must speak with conviction. You must generate the feeling of the truth you are speaking, even if the external evidence does not yet exist. This is the art. This is the discipline. This is what separates those who transform their lives from those who merely talk about transforming their lives. Mistake number 6, you are inconsistent. You try this for 3 days. You feel a little better. Then you stop. Then your life returns to its previous state. Then you conclude that it does not work. It works. But it requires persistence. It requires that you do it when you do not feel like it, when you are tired, when you are discouraged, when you see no immediate result. The subconscious mind is not convinced by a single declaration. It is convinced by repetition, by consistency, by the weight of accumulated input over time. You must understand that you are competing against years, maybe decades, of negative self-talk. You are overriding deeply ingrained patterns. This does not happen overnight. But it does happen. If you persist. Mistake number 7, you speak without action. You say the words, but your behavior contradicts them. You declare, "I am disciplined," and then spend 3 hours watching videos. You affirm, "I am healthy," and then eat garbage. You claim, "I am successful," and then avoid the hard work success requires. Your subconscious mind is not stupid. It sees the incongruence. And when your words and your actions do not align, it defaults to believing your actions. Because actions reveal true beliefs. The phrases I will give you must be supported by behavior. Not perfect behavior, but directional behavior. Behavior that says, "I am becoming what I say I am. I am closing the gap. I am proving to myself that I mean what I say." These mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of unconsciousness. And now you are becoming conscious. Now you are seeing the patterns that have kept you trapped. And seeing is the first step to changing. The reason most people never achieve what they are capable of achieving is not because they lack potential. It is because they waste their potential through careless thought and careless speech. They do not take their own minds seriously. They do not recognize that every word is a seed, every thought is a cause, every habitual pattern is a destiny unfolding. You are going to be different. Not because you are special, but because you have decided to apply a principle. You have decided to take control of the one thing that is always within your control, the content of your consciousness. This is not easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But it is simple. And simple, when applied with discipline, produces extraordinary results. Now comes the moment of transformation. Now you must adopt a new way of thinking about yourself, about language, about the morning, about power. The old way was passive. The old way was reactive. The old way was surrender. The new way is different. The new way is active. The new way is creative. The new way is command. Here is the truth you must now accept: you are not discovering who you are. You are deciding who you are. There is no fixed self. There is no permanent personality. There is only the self you are creating right now, in this moment, with your thoughts and your words. You are always under construction. The question is, are you building deliberately, or by default? Most people build by default. They inherit beliefs. They absorb the opinions of others. They let circumstances define them. And then they call this being authentic or being realistic. But you are going to build deliberately. You are going to choose your beliefs. You are going to program your mind. You are going to define yourself by your vision, not by your past. This requires a new relationship with language. Language is not just communication. Language is creation. In the beginning, there was the Word. This is not just religious poetry. This is literal truth. Everything you see around you that was made by human beings first existed as words. As ideas spoken, written, shared, refined. The chair you are sitting on. The device you are watching this on. The building you are in. All of it began as language. And so does your future. Your future self is being spoken into existence right now. Either by you, or by default patterns, or by other people's expectations. But it is being spoken. And if you do not take control of that speaking, someone or something else will. The 7 phrases I am about to give you are your declaration of independence. They are your refusal to let life happen to you. They are your claim to authorship over your own story. But they will only work if you bring a new mindset to them. Mindset shift number 1, total responsibility. You must accept that you are 100% responsible for your internal state. Not for everything that happens to you, but for how you respond to everything that happens to you. For the meaning you assign. For the story you tell yourself about it. For the emotional state you choose to occupy. When you say the 7 phrases, you are not asking for permission. You are not hoping the universe will grant you a favor. You are commanding your own mind. You are exercising your sovereign right to determine what thoughts will dominate your consciousness. This is your responsibility. No one can do it for you. No one should do it for you. This is your power, and your burden, and your glory. Mindset shift number 2, discipline over motivation. You will not feel like saying these phrases every morning. Some mornings you will be tired. Some mornings you will be discouraged. Some mornings you will doubt whether it matters. Say them anyway. Discipline is doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Discipline is the bridge between intention and accomplishment. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is reliable. Build your life on discipline, not on the shifting sands of emotion. The phrases become more powerful the less you feel like saying them. Because in those moments, you are proving to yourself that you are the master, not the servant. You are demonstrating control. And your subconscious mind respects control. It responds to consistency. It rewards discipline with results. Mindset shift number 3, clarity of purpose. You must know why you are doing this. Not just to feel better. Not just to be more positive. These are too vague. You must have a clear picture of the person you are becoming and the life you are building. Why are you speaking these phrases? Because you are building unshakable confidence. Because you are training your mind to see opportunity instead of obstacle. Because you are creating the internal conditions necessary for external success. Because you refuse to live a life of mediocrity and regret. Your purpose gives your words power. When you know why, the how becomes easy. When you have a vision, obstacles become irrelevant. Mindset shift number 4, long-term vision. This is not a quick fix. This is not a 7-day challenge. This is a lifelong practice. The most successful people in history maintained morning rituals not for weeks or months, but for years and decades. You are not just trying to have a good day. You are building a powerful mind. You are developing a character that can withstand any storm. You are creating a default state of confidence, clarity, and purposeful action. This takes time. But the time will pass anyway. The question is, will you use it to become stronger, or will you waste it remaining the same? Mindset shift number 5, everything begins in the mind. Before you can have it, you must see it. Before you can see it, you must believe it. Before you can believe it, you must speak it. This is the sequence of creation. Spoken word. Internalized belief. Mental image. Emotional alignment. Inspired action. Physical result. Most people start at the end. They try to force action without first establishing belief. They try to achieve results without first achieving clarity. And they wonder why it feels like pushing a boulder uphill. You will do it differently. You will start at the beginning. You will speak the truth before it is manifest. You will build the internal reality first, knowing that the external reality must follow. This is not wishful thinking. This is applied mental science. This is how the mind works. And when you align with how the mind works, instead of fighting against it, everything becomes easier. Mindset shift number 6, words are commitments. When you speak the 7 phrases, you are not just saying words. You are making commitments. You are declaring who you will be today. You are setting the standard for your behavior. You are giving yourself marching orders. This means you cannot speak carelessly. You cannot say things you do not intend to become. You must speak with integrity. You must choose phrases that represent the truth you are committed to living, not just the feelings you hope to feel. Your word must be law. First to yourself, then to others. If you say, "I am disciplined," and then you are not disciplined, you teach yourself that your words do not matter. You erode your own trust in yourself. And without self-trust, you have nothing. But when you say, "I am disciplined," and then you act with discipline, even in small ways, you strengthen the bond between your word and your reality. You prove to yourself that you mean what you say. And this creates momentum, confidence, power. Mindset shift number 7, you are the cause, not the effect. This is the ultimate shift. This is the one that changes everything. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator of circumstances. You are not reacting to life. You are generating life. You are not waiting for change. You are initiating change. When you understand this, really understand this, not just intellectually but in your bones, you become unstoppable. Because you realize that no matter what happens around you, you always have the power to choose your response. And your response determines your destiny. The 7 phrases are tools. But you are the craftsman. The phrases are seeds. But you are the gardener. The phrases are the code. But you are the programmer. Take ownership. Take control. Take responsibility. This is the new mindset. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Now I will give you the 7 phrases. But more importantly, I will give you the practical system for using them. Because without a system, without a clear method, knowledge remains theoretical. And theoretical knowledge changes nothing. You need practical steps. You need daily habits. You need a ritual so simple and so powerful that it becomes automatic, a non-negotiable part of your morning, just like breathing. Here is what you will do. Step 1. Prepare the night before. Success in the morning is determined by what you do the night before. You will not succeed if you stay up until midnight, if you fill your mind with garbage before sleep, if you set yourself up for failure. Tonight, before you go to bed, do 3 things. First, write down the 7 phrases on a piece of paper or in your phone. Place it where you will see it immediately upon waking. Next to your bed. On your bathroom mirror. Somewhere unavoidable. Second, set your alarm 30 minutes earlier than usual. Yes, 30 minutes. This will feel like a sacrifice. It is. But it is a sacrifice of comfort for power, of sleep for success, of ease for excellence. Make the trade. Third, go to bed with a clear intention. The last thought before sleep is powerful. Say to yourself, tomorrow morning, I will speak my truth. I will command my mind. I will set the tone for a powerful day. Plant this seed in your subconscious before you sleep. Step 2. Win the first 15 minutes. When your alarm sounds, do not negotiate. Do not snooze. Do not reach for your phone. These are acts of weakness, and your subconscious mind is always watching. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you cannot win against the snooze button, how will you win against real resistance? Get up immediately. Not aggressively, but decisively. Stand up. Take 3 deep breaths. Drink a glass of water. Splash cold water on your face if needed. Wake yourself up fully. Do not check your phone. Do not check messages. Do not turn on the news. The world and its demands can wait. This time is yours. Protect it like you would protect your most valuable possession, because it is. Step 3. Speak the 7 phrases with intention. Find a quiet space. It does not need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours for a few minutes. Stand if possible. Posture affects state. Shoulders back. Head up. Breathe deeply. Now speak the 7 phrases out loud. Not in your head. Out loud. There is power in vocalization. Your ears hear. Your body feels the vibration. Your mind receives the message more powerfully. Do not rush through them. Speak each one slowly. Pause between each phrase. Feel each word. Let each statement settle into your consciousness before moving to the next. Here are the 7 phrases. Phrase 1, I am in control of my mind and my life. This is your declaration of sovereignty. You are not a leaf blown by the wind. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. You have agency. You have power. You are the one who decides. When you speak this, feel the truth of it. Even if your life feels chaotic right now, you have control over your response to that chaos. You have control over the meaning you assign. You have control over your next decision. Feel this control as you speak. Phrase 2, I am becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable every single day. This is your declaration of growth. You are not fixed. You are not finished. You are in process. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to learn, to expand. When you speak this, visualize yourself 1 year from now. See yourself with more knowledge, more skill, more confidence. You are moving toward that person with every passing day. Feel the momentum. Phrase 3, I see opportunity where others see obstacles. This is your declaration of perception. You are training your mind to reframe. To see differently. To find the gift in the challenge, the lesson in the failure, the opening in the resistance. When you speak this, think of a current challenge you are facing. Now ask, what is the opportunity here? What can I learn? How can this make me stronger? Feel your mind shifting from victim to creator. Phrase 4, I deserve success, abundance, and happiness, and I claim them now. This is your declaration of worthiness. So many people sabotage themselves because deep down they do not believe they deserve good things. You are overriding that program right now. When you speak this, feel the truth of it in your chest. You are a valuable human being. You have something unique to offer the world. You deserve to thrive. Feel the expansion, the permission, the acceptance of your own worthiness. Phrase 5, I take action on my goals with discipline and consistency. This is your declaration of commitment. Words mean nothing without action. You are committing right now to follow through, to do the work, to show up even when it is hard. When you speak this, think of one specific action you will take today toward your most important goal. See yourself doing it. Feel yourself doing it. You are making a promise to yourself. Honor it. Phrase 6, I attract the people, resources, and circumstances that support my growth. This is your declaration of magnetism. You are not alone. You are not struggling in isolation. When you change your frequency, you change what you attract. You are opening yourself to support, to synchronicity, to help. When you speak this, feel gratitude for the support that is already present in your life and the support that is coming. Feel yourself as a magnet for positive energy, for aligned relationships, for helpful resources. Phrase 7, today is a gift, and I will use it powerfully and purposefully. This is your declaration of urgency and gratitude. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. Today is all you have. You will not waste it. You will not sleepwalk through it. You will squeeze every drop of potential from these 24 hours. When you speak this, feel the preciousness of the day ahead. Feel the responsibility. Feel the excitement. This day will never come again. Make it count. Step 4, seal the ritual with visualization. After you have spoken all 7 phrases, close your eyes for 60 seconds. Visualize yourself moving through your day with confidence, with clarity, with purpose. See yourself handling challenges with grace. See yourself making progress on your goals. See yourself going to bed tonight satisfied, proud, fulfilled. This visualization is the bridge between word and reality. You are programming your subconscious mind with a clear picture of success. And your subconscious mind, which cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real experience, begins to make it happen. Step 5, move immediately into productive action. Do not speak these phrases and then scroll your phone for an hour. Do not declare power and then waste time. Move immediately into your morning routine. Exercise. Read. Plan your day. Do something that reinforces the identity you just claimed. Momentum is everything. The phrases create energy. Use that energy immediately. Channel it into activity that supports your goals. This is how you build trust with yourself. This is how you prove that you meant what you said. Step 6. Protect your morning from invasion. You will face resistance. People will want your attention. Notifications will demand your focus. Urgencies will arise. You must defend your morning ritual as if your life depends on it, because it does. Set boundaries. Let people know you are unavailable for the first hour of your day. Turn off notifications. Create a fortress around this sacred time. You are not being selfish. You are being strategic. You cannot give to others from an empty vessel. Fill yourself first. Step 7. Track your consistency. Get a calendar or a journal. Every morning after you complete the ritual, mark an X on that day. Your goal is to create a chain of X's that grows longer every day. This visual representation of consistency is powerful. You will not want to break the chain. You will not want to see a gap. This simple act of tracking builds discipline. It builds pride. It builds momentum. And momentum is the secret ingredient that turns small daily actions into massive long-term results. Additional practices to amplify the power. Beyond the 7 phrases, there are daily habits that will strengthen your mind and accelerate your transformation. Practice 1. Guard your inputs. What you consume mentally matters as much as what you consume physically. Stop filling your mind with negativity, with gossip, with news designed to trigger fear. Start consuming content that educates, inspires, and elevates. Books. Conversations with ambitious people. Content that challenges you to grow. Your mind is a garden. You are responsible for what you allow to grow there. Weed out the poison. Plant seeds of power. Practice 2. End each day with reflection. Before sleep, spend 5 minutes reviewing your day. Ask yourself, did I live in alignment with the phrases I spoke this morning? Where did I succeed? Where did I fall short? What will I do better tomorrow? This reflection creates a feedback loop. It makes you conscious. It prevents drift. It ensures that you are always learning, always adjusting, always improving. Practice 3. Speak truth throughout the day. The 7 phrases in the morning set the foundation. But do not stop there. Catch yourself when you speak carelessly during the day. When you start to complain, stop. Reframe. When you start to criticize yourself, stop. Speak truth instead. Make your entire day a practice of conscious language. Make every word count. Make every statement a building block of the identity you are creating. These steps are simple. But simple does not mean easy. Simple means that there is no confusion, no complexity, no excuse. You know what to do. Now you must do it. You have reached the end of this message, but you stand at the beginning of something far more important. You stand at the beginning of a new version of yourself. Not the version that reacts. Not the version that drifts. Not the version that hopes and wishes and waits for life to improve. But the version that decides. The version that commands. The version that creates. Everything I have shared with you in this video is true. It is tested. It is proven. But it is also useless unless you apply it. Knowledge that is not applied is just entertainment. And you did not come here to be entertained. You came here to be transformed. So now I am going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it honestly, to yourself, right now. Are you willing to do this? Are you willing to wake up 30 minutes earlier? Are you willing to speak these 7 phrases every single morning, even when you do not feel like it? Are you willing to guard your morning, to protect this ritual, to make it non-negotiable? Because if you are not willing, nothing will change. Your life will continue on its current trajectory. The same patterns. The same results. The same quiet disappointment. And that is fine, if that is what you choose. But do not lie to yourself. Do not pretend that you want change if you are not willing to do what change requires. But if you are willing, if something inside you is saying, yes, if you feel that fire in your chest that tells you this is your moment, then you have just made the most important decision of your life. You have decided to take control. Understand what this means. It means that from this day forward, you are no longer a victim. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, or emotions, or other people's opinions. You are the cause. You are the creator. You are the author. And with that power comes responsibility. You cannot blame anyone else anymore. You cannot say, they did this to me, or life is unfair, or I never had a chance. Because you are choosing your thoughts. You are choosing your words. You are choosing your identity. And those choices determine everything. This is the price of power. This is the burden of freedom. And it is the greatest gift you will ever receive. The 7 phrases are not magic spells. They are tools. But in the hands of a committed person, a disciplined person, a person who refuses to quit, these tools can reshape a life. I have seen it happen. Not once, but thousands of times. I have seen people transform from anxious to confident. From broke to abundant. From lost to purposeful. Not because they were special. But because they applied a principle. Because they took control of their mornings. Because they spoke truth until truth became reality. You can be next. But you must start. You must start tomorrow morning. Not next week. Not after you finish this project or when things calm down or when you feel ready. Tomorrow. Because there will never be a perfect time. There will only be the decision to begin. Set your alarm right now. 30 minutes earlier than usual. Do it now, before you forget, before you rationalize, before you talk yourself out of it. Write down the 7 phrases. Put them where you will see them. Make this real. Make this physical. Take the idea from your mind and put it into the world. And then tomorrow morning, when that alarm sounds, remember this moment. Remember why you are doing this. Remember the person you have decided to become. And get up. Stand up. Speak up. Say the phrases. Feel the phrases. Become the phrases. And then do it again the next day. And the next. And the next. Do it for 30 days without missing a single morning, and I promise you, you will not recognize yourself. Your confidence will be different. Your clarity will be different. Your energy will be different. People around you will notice. They will ask what changed. And you will smile, because you will know. What changed is that you stopped being the effect and became the cause. Do it for a year, and your entire life will be different. Your income. Your relationships. Your health. Your peace of mind. Everything shifts when your internal state shifts. And your internal state shifts when you take command of it. This is not theory. This is not hope. This is law. This is how the mind works. This is how success is built. One morning at a time. One phrase at a time. One decision at a time. You were not born to be average. You were not created to live a life of quiet desperation, of unfulfilled potential, of dreams you were too afraid to pursue. You were born for greatness. Not the kind of greatness that requires fame or recognition. But the kind of greatness that comes from knowing you gave everything you had, from knowing you became the fullest expression of yourself, from knowing you did not waste the gift of your life. That greatness begins tomorrow morning. It begins when you open your eyes and instead of reaching for your phone, instead of surrendering your mind to the chaos of the world, you stand up and you speak truth. I am in control of my mind and my life. I am becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable every single day. I see opportunity where others see obstacles. I deserve success, abundance, and happiness, and I claim them now. I take action on my goals with discipline and consistency. I attract the people, resources, and circumstances that support my growth. Today is a gift, and I will use it powerfully and purposefully. 7 phrases. 7 declarations. 7 seeds planted in the soil of your consciousness every single morning. And from these seeds, a new life will grow. But only if you plant them. Only if you water them with consistency. Only if you protect them from the weeds of doubt and distraction. This is your work. This is your responsibility. This is your opportunity. I cannot do it for you. No one can. This is the one thing that is entirely within your control and entirely your burden to carry. But it is a burden that becomes lighter the more you carry it. Because every morning that you show up, you get stronger. Every phrase you speak with conviction makes the next one easier. Every day you win the morning, you build momentum. And momentum is unstoppable. So I will leave you with this final thought. 1 year from now, you will be somewhere. You will be someone. The question is, who will you be? Where will you be? Will you be further along the path of your potential, or will you be in the same place, 1 year older, with 1 more year of regret? The difference between those 2 futures is determined by what you do tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow afternoon. Not when you feel motivated. Not when circumstances improve. Tomorrow morning. The moment you wake up. The moment you face the decision to stay comfortable or to step into power. Choose power. Choose discipline. Choose growth. Choose to speak truth to yourself before the world speaks lies to you. Do this, and everything changes. Your destiny is not written in the stars. It is written in your morning ritual. It is spoken in your daily declarations. It is built brick by brick, word by word, day by day. Start tomorrow. Start with the 7 phrases. Start with the decision that you will no longer be a passive recipient of life, but an active creator of it. And never stop. Because greatness is not a destination. It is a direction. And the direction is set every single morning, with the words you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. Go now. Prepare. Set your alarm. Write your phrases. Make the commitment. Your new life is waiting for you on the other side of tomorrow's sunrise. Do not make it wait any longer.